subscribers, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. Today will be a tutorial. I'm gonna be doing a chit chat, get ready with me, but today's gonna be a little bit different because I'm gonna go heavier than I'm usually doing. I'm gonna do a classic smoky eye with the neutrals, blacks and browns. I haven't done one of that in forever. I want to say like a couple of years now, so I thought I'd do that because I miss those looks, those classic looks. And I'm gonna try and put on more makeup than I usually wear because you guys know that I like that more sheer to natural coverage. I'm gonna put a little bit more like medium to full, and let's get right into it. So I already have on my eyebrows because, you know, brows are boring to do on cam. But if you guys want to see that, I can link my latest one, which is kind of a long time ago, to be honest. But that's still pretty much the same I do anyway. All right, my skincare is on. We're gonna go in with primer. So primer, I'm using the Smashbox. This is the Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. Take a little bit of this guy. I want to say I just want to dab into the center of my face, and then we're gonna blend it out with your hands. Make sure your fingers are clean, and go ahead and just pat in the areas you are like more textured. This helps kind of minimize the appearance of pores, and go ahead and just blend it in. Once your primer's on, you can let that set a little bit before you apply your face stuff. So I'm just gonna prime my eyes as well. I'm gonna use my MAC Prep and Prime. This is the 24-hour extended eye base, or extend eye base. Great for long lasting for eyeshadows. I love this stuff. A little bit goes a long way. You really don't need much. People tend to use way too much primer. About that small of a dab is good enough for both my eyes. You can put a lot if you like, but I don't put too much because it tends to crease if you put too much primer on anything. So using my ring finger, run it against my lash line to all the way up to my brow bone. I like using my fingers just because it does warm up the product, so it blends a lot easier versus using a brush. But if you are working on a client, I do suggest using a brush because of sanitary reasons. Unless your client is okay with you using your fingers, ask them ahead of time and make sure you wash your hands, sanitize your hands, something. We don't want no pink eye now, do we? Eye primer's on. Going back with your face stuff, so I'm gonna go in with my Double Wear Light. This is Estee Lauder. I'm in shade 1. MAC Face and Body, shade C3. I put the two together. This waterproofs it. This is water resistant. I just feel like the two works really well together. Take your little plate that you have. I like to put like a droplet of the Face and Body and like 2 squeezes. But since we're gonna go a little heavier today, I'm gonna do about 3 squeezes because this stuff is pretty heavy for me. If you use the regular Estee Lauder Double Wear, that one's definitely full on coverage, but since I'm used to sheer to medium, this is more like a medium to full now. I'm taking this Sephora, what is this called? Mineral Powder 45, that's the number. I don't ever really use this for powder. I use this for mostly fluids and liquids and creams. I just start from the center of my face because usually that's where you have the most pigmentation, blood vessels popping out, showing, dark circles, moles, freckles, whatever you have. So I start from the middle, and then I like to fan outwards, kind of like a big sunflower. Imagine your head is like a big sunflower. You have petals. So apply this from the center and then fan out. Way I can explain it, I always say that to my clients so they understand. I do have a few breakouts like here and here, and I'm trying to cover that up with the foundation as much as I can first, and then I'm gonna go in with the concealer if I need to, which most likely I do because we are going heavier today. It's okay if the coverage doesn't look like it's heavy from right off the bat because you can build it up. That's usually the key. You want to build it up versus putting on too much and you can't take away. And I'm not gonna really use the Beauty Blender for this because Beauty Blender tends to take away the coverage, and we want more coverage today. Foundation on. Now we're gonna go in concealer. For highlighting, I'm gonna use the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay. I'm in shade Light Warm. I'm more of a warmer neutral undertone. I can be either or, but I'm more in the between. I'm gonna do the usual fan out, like drawing a petal of a stem on your forehead, you know? Now for concealing my little speck of a pimple, I'm gonna use this Studio Sculpt Concealer from MAC. This is shade NC25, which is my shade. I'm gonna take my MAC, what is this, 288 or 283, I think. Just looks like that. It's like a dual fiber. This makes it very like seamlessly blended. So I'm just gonna dot. See that? It just covers that right up. And I'm gonna dot around. Not much blending here, just dotting around. Same with any other specks you don't like to see. Go ahead and dot that stuff around. Because I want this to be like concentrate on my smoky eye. That's the featured look. Once you're done dotting, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out that concealer. Smaller brush. So this is the Viva Rouge Pro Mini 55.5 from Sephora. I'm just gonna tap it first to get the coverage, and then we're gonna sweep lightly. You don't want to drag it because it can cause hella streaks. You don't want that, so you want to dab it in first. And this will help basically push the product into the skin, giving you the maximum coverage that we want. My brush smells good because I just washed them. So if you guys are wondering, I'm waiting for my hair to fade again, fade the green out and go back to kind of like that blondish color so that I can hit it with a different color. So I'm planning to go pink, I think. I've never done pink, so I thought that'd be fun to do it because I'm gonna plan to, like usual, chop off my hair by my birthday, which is January month. So I'm gonna enjoy it now and I'm gonna chop it off like probably like right there. Yeah. I haven't had my hair this long in a minute. I grew it out because Jules asked me to grow it out because he likes long hair and he missed me having long hair. I mean, I used to have a lot longer hair. Foundation, concealer's on. Go ahead and set that in. I'm gonna do a little bit of baking, not too much, just because I am gonna put shadow anyway. It's gonna cover it all up. I'm gonna take my RCMA. I put it in a little container. It's just more convenient that way. Less messy. Taking my Real Technique sponge, this is what I always use for baking, and then I'm gonna tap right along. If you are drier skin though, you shouldn't bake just because it's gonna cause more creases and you don't want any crease. But since I am more of a combo oily, it's okay for me to bake my T-zone and the concealer. So if you still want to set the concealer, even though if you are drier skin, just literally put it on and dust it right off right away to prevent any creasing. So I recently did a makeup gig and it was really fun and I really missed doing it because I haven't done makeup in a minute on anyone else but myself. It just made me feel alive again. Does that make sense? Okay. Bakage is on. We're gonna set the rest of the face using my handy favorite MAC 167 short handle brush. Love this one. I'm gonna take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Loose Finishing Powder. Freaking heck a long name. I'm in shade Naked Medium Light, so just medium light is my shade. Take this, set the rest of my face. It's not baking, so everywhere else but the areas I just applied the powder first. Notice I'm just pressing it on, not sweeping yet, because I once again want maximum coverage by pushing it. This is how you achieve that. Okay, now for eyeshadow, we're gonna go in with, I've been wanting to use this as a tutorial for you guys. I've used it already and I really love it. So I follow Jordan Liberty. If you guys don't follow him, I love him. He has really great insights on makeup and his tips and tricks are amazing and I love how real he is. I definitely want to support that. So this is the Stilazzi Dark Room collab that he did. There's the eyeshadow palette by him, Jordan Liberty right here. And the colors are so beautiful. These are the colors. I just think that's a good variety. Your staples, you know, darks, browns, some mattes, a few satins and sheens, which I appreciate because I feel like they will work pretty much with all skin tones because you have some good gold and bronzy like ones for deeper skin tones. Maybe some more cool tones as well for more pink undertones. Clients, it's just beautiful palette. I love it. Worth every penny. I think it was like a little bit less than 40 bucks, which is not bad at all for this many colors, guys. So highly recommend if you have not tried this. All right, so let's start right off, shall we? I want to do Smokey, so we're gonna go right in. I'm gonna take DTLA, which is downtown LA, I'm assuming. Taking my MAC 224, picking up some color. I'm gonna go right in to the orbital, which is when you push it in your brush, your bristles will tell you where that eye socket is. Because I am doing a neutral smoky eye, more brown and blacks. I'm doing like windshield wiper as well as circular motion to buff out any harsh lines as we go, so it's easier later on to connect everything together. So today is the first day that Illy went back to school. First day of school for her. She's in 3rd grade now. So sad, at the same time so excited for her. She was so excited and so nervous, she said again. I was surprised why she was nervous because it's gonna be like the same crew, you know, the same classmates pretty much. Because there's only 2 rooms that are 3rd grade. So it's not one, it's the other. And I'm sure she'll see her classmates again, you know? That's so cute though. I got a little bit of vlog footage, so I'll be posting that up on my vlog channel. Also, I love that it has a full-size mirror, guys, so that's really handy in case you're traveling. And this palette is like super lightweight, so nothing like heavy duty where you feel like you don't want to bring it because it's so heavy, you know? Sometimes that happens. All right, so we're gonna go in with our deeper shade. I'm gonna go in with Dark Horse, which is this brown, deep brown color. So this is just a no-name brush. It's a flathead brush, something flat, small to fit into my eyelid because I have small eyelids. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of just swiping, I'm just gonna tap it and then wiggle. Tap and wiggle to pick up the color, so there's less fallout that way and it packs on more of an impact. I'm gonna tap this right along my lid with a dramatic pigmentation, and that's why we have a little bit of bakage underneath to pick up any fallout, which it doesn't have much fallout, which is nice, which I can definitely appreciate. And it's such high pigment, guys. As I'm going in, I'm gonna bring it up a little higher above my lid. Sorry I've been MIA, by the way, because it's been summer. Ellie's been home with me, so I just wanted to enjoy every moment I can with her and not really get distracted with anything else. So now I'm using a what is this, 217, same color, a little bit. I just tapped a little bit and just gonna do circular motions between the two colors so it fades out. Have a little bit more of a ombre effect. But we are still gonna put a transition color between the two though. This is just gonna make our step easier without having to put too much. So are any of you guys gonna watch the VMAs? I believe it's this week, I think. They've been showing the old one, last year's VMA awards. All right, nice and smoky. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the transition shade. So I'm gonna go with Elysium, which is this guy right here. Earlier we did use this guy, Dark Horse, so we're gonna Elysium now. Same brush, pick that up, and then we're gonna go right along here. It helps if you have your eyes facing down so you can see the amount of lid space and the corner space you have without fading it too high up where it's just overbearingly black. That's personally how I do smoky eyes. I don't like too much darkness. Just enough where it still has a nice sunset kind of ombre. And I don't like seeing too much line, so I like a smooth fade, if that makes sense. See how that fades out? This versus this. Go back to the same color, Elysium. This palette is so good, like seriously though. And I love that this palette has not stained my eyes whatsoever. I know that it's not as cheap as Morphe palettes, but I feel like some Morphe colors, you know, like their formula, it stains your eyes. Like I feel like I got pink eye when I take it off sometimes. Even when it's not even a pink color, I use like maybe like this orangey looking coral shade I used, warm brown. It just gives that leftover pink eye look, like I'm sick, like I've been crying all day or something, which I don't like because I don't want to have to wear concealer just to cover leftover eyeshadow residue. It doesn't come off because it stained my skin. Pretty much even there. I'm gonna go back to the first shade, DTLA. Go ahead and buff that out a little bit higher, make sure it's even as possible. And then we're gonna do the same to the lower lash line. By doing so, I am going to dust off a little bit of the bakage. So I'm using this Hakuhodo Sephora brush. This is the, I think it's called Atsubo. With the bottom part, you're gonna do it reverse because, you know, you can't really do the outside and go in. It's not gonna work that way. So we're gonna go in with Dark Horse with that compact brush. Line it with this underneath, right on the lash line. I'm gonna make this kind of blow out because I want that intense look, remember? Now we're gonna go in with Elysium with 217 brush. Run it underneath that. And you wanna relax your eye just so it can really apply smoothly, because sometimes when you stretch it out like taut like this underneath, it doesn't set as well, because you know, when you relax, you don't walk around with your eyes all taut. So you wanna just relax it, look up, let it just get right in the creases. Last but not least, your 224, go with DTLA, run it underneath. I'm probably gonna do a nude lip. Nude lip and smoky eyes, definitely. It's just a classic I cannot get over. And I feel like I miss it. It's so simple and so seductive and sexy, you know? Like bedroom eyes, overnight eyes. And then I'm gonna apply eyelashes and falsies. You guys know I don't wear eyeliner very much often, so especially with smoky eyes, I feel like you don't need eyeliner. You can't see it anyway. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of liner in my waterline. Taking this Morphe M416 brush, gonna run it in my waterline. All right, all done. Falsies. So my favorite all-time glue, if you guys didn't know, it is this Dupe, D-U-P, this Japanese brand of eyelash glue and dark tone. This stuff, amazing, guys. Go and get some. You can find it on Amazon. I'll link it in my bottom bar for you guys, info bar. This shit, so good. It dries fairly quick, so you don't gotta wait all day and blow it and yada yada yada. Apply some mascara real quick so that it blends easier that way. If you don't have any eyelashes like me, like very short stubby ones, look down to a mirror so you can see the lashes you do have. And kind of just wiggle the brush to apply to prevent any mascara leftovers on your eyelid where your hard work of eyeshadows are. Especially if you're doing like simple daytime look. Right now I'm wearing black shadows, so it's kind of like, it's okay, but sometimes you're not, you know what I mean? Falsies, tweezers, pop them on, so simple. I'm gonna do the other eye real quick. Be right back. All right, so mascara's on and lashes are on. I put some on the bottom too. There is a few little dots of dark shadow I saw. I'm just gonna put a little bit more of my RCMA powder underneath to pick it up. So, because if you were to try to scrape it off, it's just gonna cause more of a disaster than fixing it. So by putting a little bit of powder underneath, it will pick it up for you. Better do the work. Just like how, you know, if there's pet stain in your carpet, you put a little bit of powder, it helps like soak and dry that up and pick it up. That's basically the same thing on makeup. Last but not least, I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight color on my brow bone, and then we can move on to our complexion. Sure, I'm gonna take Solar, which is right here, with a no name brush, and just apply that there. It's kind of like a dense shadow brush, so it gives that soft transition without it being like white there. A little bit in the inner corner for brightening, so I'm gonna take this Bondi color, like a bronzy golden. Take my pinky and pick that up and put it right in the center of my tear duct. Get a little bit of a sheen because everything's really matte right now. Okay, so complexion, face. We're gonna make this kind of quick because I am in a little bit of a schedule tightness. I'm gonna take my Shade Light from Kat Von D contour palette. This is one of my faves. I'm gonna take this angle brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk angle brush for face. I don't believe they sell the exact same one anymore, but I do think they have a different one now for Sonia Kashuk at Target. I'm gonna take the middle shade, blend it with the lighter shade. We're gonna take this and just place where my contour is. Just find your shadow, your natural shadow, and you wanna just enhance that. This is where mine is, so I'm gonna just put it right there. I'm not a big fan of the sucking cheek fishy face that much, just because when you do let go, it doesn't blend, like it doesn't fall into place well, I feel like. So I like to just do it this way. It helps if you pout your lips though, so you can see where it goes. I'm gonna put very little blush on today just because we want concentration to be on the eyes, seductive eyes, a little bit on the side temple. All right, we are gonna contour nose before we go and do the rest. Just taking this little tiny, what is this called? There's no name on it. It's like a dual fiber, dense rounded brush. Take the two shades again, and we're gonna contour the nose. I'm just gonna go right against the side right here where my highlight bridge is right now, where my bakage is. I'm gonna put it right next to it. Same with the other side. Some on tip. It just helps, makes it slimmer. Some underneath the lip, makes it more of a pout. And then I like to put a little bit right on top of the nose with a cute foreshadow tip. Okay, now we can definitely blend out the bakage, and all that darkness came off. And it just helps cleanse the shadow too, by the way. And blend the contour on the nose. Don't forget that. You don't want super obvious harsh lines of the nose, because people is gonna see it. I'm just gonna take this Morphe blush palette. I believe this is the warm one. Yeah, Warm Master 8W. Here the colors. I'm gonna go in with this sweet color, very lightest shade here. I'm gonna take my Real Technique brush. I think multitask brush is what it's called. Tap it onto the contour on the nose, chin, forehead. Because we naturally have a little bit of flush there. Okay. Blush is on. I'm gonna apply a little bit of highlights onto the cheekbones. I am going to take, let's use this Dose of Colors. It's called Mirame. It looks like that. This is the Morphe M501, my favorite highlighting brush for the cheekbones. I like to run it like this, a little at a time. Bow, tip of the nose to make that a little bit more of a higher tip ridge, a little bit on the chin, above the eyebrows. So you still have dimension back to your face. And put a little bit more. Gosh, I love it. It's just a setting mist, so you can spray anything you like, but I'm personally going to spray my Badescu facial spray with aloe and cucumber and green tea. It's not a setting mist, it's just more something to blend everything together to look more like skin. Last but not least, lips. Lips. I'm gonna do something very simple. I'm gonna take this Lady Gaga Viva Glam Gaga 2 and just apply this all over the lips for a nude. So that the attention will go to the eyes. And this one already has like a peachy undertone to this nude. You can put lip gloss if you want, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a big fan of gloss. That completes the entire look. I hope you guys enjoyed this talk through chit chat kind of get ready with me video, Smokey Eye. I really like it. It's definitely a good palette, guys. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Say what you wanna say to me now.